8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in over 2,500 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, Idaho, Illinois, Michigan, Montana, Oregon, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros Monday Morning Recap, brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. Got something from a listener here that looks like a jersey, and I feel like we might have to open this on air here. This is Rob McGee, who sent this in from Roanoke, Virginia. Will not read your address.
Do you think he's related to Tits McGee?
Could be.
Remember her?
Be. Yeah, I remember Tits
school?
McGee. Big fan. Yeah. Big fan of her work.
Yeah.
Is it Nico?
Not sure. Here, I'm going to open it up live. It is a Tennessee jersey.
Oh, that might be something racist.
Oh, no.
Fuck off, dude. This is dope. Drinkin' Bros 69. This is a real SEC fucking. This is a real jersey, by the way.
Everybody,
XL, bro.
Everybody else that's ever sent us something in the mail, you should be ashamed of yourselves because you just got outdone.
Pretty fucking solid. I hate Tennessee, but I'll be damned if they don't have great unis.
You're gonna have to wear that.
They got a good kit.
Boy.
They got a good kit.
Well, you hate Tennessee?
The Vols, yeah.
Why?
They have shit ass fans.
You're kidding.
They have annoying fucking fans.
You're joking,
The most
right?
annoying fans in the SEC are Tennessee.
The most annoying.
That is fucking.
What? First of all,
that is a lie.
Texas is now in the SEC.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bama?
No,
I don't mind Bama's fans.
they were just they won a lot.
What can you say to them?
Yeah, it's like Patriots fans like, oh, you didn't.
They ain't winning anymore. So.
No, they're not, and Bama won't be anywhere.
Right.
Yeah, the SEC is now a basketball
Bama,
conference.
I base it mostly on who hassled Missouri the most when we joined the SEC, and it was Tennessee and Arkansas. And Tennessee at the time was down so fucking bad.
Wait, when you say hassled, you mean the fans were dicks, or you guys get your ass kicked in the games?
No, we own Arkansas especially, and we're pretty even with Tennessee. It was the fans being like dickholes about it. Tennessee was like, y'all ready for us? And I was like, you guys, Butch Jones is your coach. Suck my dick. Like
at the time, Tennessee hadn't won shit since 2000.
Yeah.
No,
I was like, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
I root for them, and just because it's a blast, and we love partying there and all that other shit. But when they were chirping about Ohio State, I was like, wait till you come up in that cold weather, friend.
Or just play a real football team.
Homeboy got his helmet cracked open 6 inches on the first hit, but he's not there anymore, Nico.
Yeah.
But Tennessee fans, guess what? Guess who's Nico's going to UCLA, so he's got to play Ohio State this year, so you'll get some revenge there. Hey, Drinkin' Bros crew. My name is Rob McGee. I've been a day one homie and love the show. We've partied in Knoxville together at the Vols tailgate. Oh, fuck yeah, I remember you. And his wife. He says, I remember Ross had an old school Tennessee jersey, so I thought I might just get him a new one, rock it this off season just to piss off the Libby boys. So he knows you hate him. Go Heupel, go Vols. And look, I'm rooting for you even more with the Nico situation. Fuck that guy, and I don't give a shit about him. I hope he gets his legs broken out there in UCLA.
Oh, Nico's an asshole for sure, but they're fucked without him.
The Vols are?
Yeah,
I don't know that
one
he
of
was
the best
that
quarterbacks in the country. Like,
is he?
Yeah, he was a top 5.
Do you really think he is?
Yes.
Well, statistically, yes, but that doesn't. We'll see.
You don't want to lose a talent like that. Like, you don't want to, okay, imagine, let's just say this for a second, Tennessee Volunteer fans. Imagine Nico didn't leave for the NIL stuff. Imagine he just got both of his legs horribly broken in the spring game. Would you feel excited going into the season? Just answer that question. It's the same scenario. He's not playing for you now. Would you feel good?
I will say Tennessee's offense was pretty inefficient for Josh Heupel last year, and a lot of that was Nico.
He was a true freshman.
Yeah, but
well, they're gonna have another true freshman this year.
Super accurate, you know.
He was a true freshman. He was going to grow up in the system. It's a huge loss. I'm not saying they were wrong for telling him to fuck off. They weren't. I'm just saying that's a bad scenario.
Are there any other?
What were his stats last year?
I think Tennessee's going to be fine. They're going to be exactly what we expected them to be anyway.
I think
And that's like
they're
borderline playoff team, and if they do make the playoffs, they're going to get run in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they're.
All right, so
that's
last
just
year,
aliens.
2,600 yards and a Josh Heupel offense. No offense, that's
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
They ran the ball a lot more.
Yeah,
last
but
year.
he only
19
ran
TDs, 5. No, I know they had a great running back there.
3.5 or 3.3 yards per carry for Nico too.
Yeah.
And he ran the ball 109 times. It's not a small sample. That's not good.
I don't think he
For a
wasn't there
quarterback
much.
who can throw,
Yeah,
like that's bad.
He was also 19-5 on TD interceptions.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he got sacked 28 times.
I don't like that.
He's a true freshman.
That
Means
is no.
He's taking no
no.
chances. He's got 5 interceptions. Means he's a fucking check down.
You wanted that guy.
When
that-
he
He is checked down
actually,
though. Like yards per
Yeah.
attempt is 7.8. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
I
Like
mean,
9 is good.
for
college.
college,
9.
Jesus Christ.
9 is good for college. 9 to 9.5.
When he finally had to play a real team here out of the SEC, which is a basketball conference, against Ohio State, he was 14 for 31 for 104 yards. That's it. That's Nico. So what did you really lose there? What did you lose?
Yeah.
Again, answer yourselves that question, Tennessee. If it hadn't been because of the NIL and he had both of his legs crippled in the spring game, would you feel good about that?
Well, TBD because we don't know who the next guy is.
Exactly.
Also, you're just going to throw out that he was a freshman. Like, that's a defense. Johnny Manziel was a freshman when he won the Heisman.
Yeah, I get that. I didn't think Nico had Mike Evans running around in the back or on the receiver.
We don't know yet.
Yeah,
We don't
know
know
yet.
because he couldn't hit him. I don't think he was that accurate. What's his QBR?
He's a very good quarterback. He was only going to get better.
Against
You
SEC
don't wanna
teams,
lose
though,
that.
man. I don't know, man. I think Tennessee are fine. Who's the next kid up there? Do we know?
I don't know.
5-star or something? 4-star?
I'm sure another young guy.
I don't know. They don't get crazy 5 stars at Tennessee. It's not. Nah.
They're always a good recruiting school.
Receivers, yeah, not quarterbacks so much, but
When's the last time they've had a great quarterback? Even the year they won the title, he was dog shit.
I think
Peyton
Josh
Manning?
Dobbs was a highly rated quarterback.
I can't look. The guy can't grow hair.
Yeah, I know.
I don't remember
All right.
Dobbs being highly rated, but I do remember there being hype.
Yeah,
with
he
him
was
being
good.
Yeah.
It wasn't his fault. That was Butch Joe's.
Yeah.
Well, all of it. Peyton Manning's the last one I can remember. I don't have one since. I can't even name shit. Like
Dobbs is the only one.
I forgot that
remember off
Dobbs even went there.
the top. Yeah, I mean,
That's how forgettable he is.
He was a very good quarterback.
But they never made the playoffs or anything with him.
No, because the coach was horrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It's slim pickings.
So I think they're fine. I think Tennessee's fine. I think this kid will probably put up the same numbers in that system. It's all about
Yeah, but
Heupel's system.
You wanted better numbers, and you're going to get that from Nico in another year in the system. It was the right move, but it is really fucking unfortunate for Tennessee.
He was too big. Heupel needs a tiny little quarterback to run around.
A tiny little man there, and it is what it is. But thank you for the jersey. By the way, this is an official Nike amazing jersey, so like this is costly. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. The number 69 is on the back. Now, this is something that I need to share with you guys. This is a true story.
Did you 69?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, yes, but that's for another show. For this one, though, my 6-year-old playing tackle football, the kids get to pick out their numbers. He knows nothing about this number whatsoever. Jagger, he said I want 69.
He just knows the meme.
He doesn't know the meme.
He doesn't even know like the
He's
cultural.
He's 6 years old.
Okay.
69 420. He doesn't know that.
Doesn't know any.
He doesn't like follow Elon on Twitter.
No, he doesn't have any devices like that. He only watches little cartoon stuff. So I don't know where it came from, why, anything
Bluey.
else.
Yeah, the Bluey 69 episode.
Bluey
is
69
classic.
episode. Yeah.
Can you? What's that one?
Bluey and her cousin find some magazines.
Talking
in
about
her
bingo?
mom's- What?
Bluey and Bingo.
No, it was Bluey and Socks, actually.
Socks,
her
okay,
cousin,
yeah.
And there was a special guest, Gronkowski, made an appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
that's,
Yeah.
by the way, that's the only other thing that I could think of. But he's never seen any of this.
Because Gronk makes a 69 joke probably every 15 seconds.
He used to.
He's contractually required to.
Yeah.
He's got to
Yeah.
deal with Spike TV that's still going on. Somehow that network's gone.
What happens when you get your diploma from Arizona?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my wife had asked me. She goes, "What do we do?" And I go, I personally think it's hilarious. And she goes, take the comedy out of it. You can ask her tomorrow when she gets here.
Yeah.
And I go, I don't know. Because she goes, it's going to look like you did it.
Right.
Which-
And it's creepy to have your 6-year-old running around with the 6.
Correct, but I didn't do it,
Not the best
and this
word.
is all. But that's the number he wants.
Does he play offensive line?
No,
Then it's not appropriate.
You can't be a
he
running
plays
back.
defense.
The end.
He
No.
plays defense. So what do you?
The 60 through 69 are exclusively offensive linemen.
Okay. I don't think they'll
I
have
think
him there. I
there's
don't.
like a-
And then
couple-
70 through 90 can go to anybody. Or 70 through 79, and then 90 through 99 can go to
Just be
offense
99.
or
Be
defense.
Gretzky. Be the great one.
yeah. So
Or
we'll see
91,
here,
that's
but-
Rodman, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
Who's
see.
his
what he
hero?
chooses. Who's his hero?
Sports-wise, like who's his favorite football player?
Himself 5 years
Yeah.
from now.
Yeah. It is, dude. That's
We're not
everybody's hero.
We're not doing McConaughey.
Man, all you need to do, man, is look in the mirror.
No, who's his real? Like he doesn't have a favorite athlete.
No. It's just people who scream out on TV. So like that's all he kind of knows is memes and stuff like that. Well, not memes, but you know.
I feel like 6 is right when you're really getting into sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was obsessed
He
with
just loves the number for some reason.
Ozzie Smith from 5 to 7 until I started pitching, and then it was Nolan Ryan. After
Yeah.
that.
Mine was Ricky Henderson, and then I got lucky. After that, it was Kobe. Same number. So let's go, dude.
What do you mean same number?
24. Yeah, he went
I like.
from 8 to
I'm
24.
more of an 8 guy.
Are you?
8 Kobe is the best Kobe.
No.
When he
24
came,
Kobe
when he came
was my
back,
favorite.
like Chappelle talks about, he was playing for his freedom.
Huh?
Yeah.
That was Kobe.
Hey, man.
That was Black Mamba.
Wasn't
right
that 24 Kobe, though?
That was 24 Kobe, I believe.
there. Oh yeah,
was?
24. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we're talking. So you
8.
guys, you like rapist Kobe? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was accused
Well, that was
of it.
pre-rape, actually. You like the you
Well,
like rapist
guys,
Kobe.
he never raped anybody, okay? There was 9 different versions of semen that were found in those
And
panties.
that
And then
just means he was one of them. That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
case was dismissed. So
That was a pretty
he was out of
decent
there.
sized rock. He got his way.
Yeah.
$4 million.
Oh, yeah, $4 million.
That's
Yeah.
a rape rock.
Rape rock.
It's
we're calling
not.
it that.
There's no rape, guys. Okay, there was consensual.
I believe Woodstock 99 actually trademarked that already.
Rape
Yeah,
rock.
now
yeah.
that's if you want to call that, you can. But
It's not
sure.
Biscuit Mondays.
No, it's not. It's not. NFL draft is this week, kids.
Pull up my bookie and see what the odds are.
Man,
number one. It's still
I am-
Cam Ward at like minus 200.
He's
I think.
going number 1.
So here's the
Minus
here's the-
200 is a deal.
Here's the fucking problem, man. And I am watching everything, getting ready because I gamble a lot on this and I bet a lot of money on this. I'm having a really hard time. It's not Cam Ward. I think that's a done deal at 1. Where does Shadur Sanders go? So he said he's not going to the draft. I'm watching NFL Network over the weekends.
He was not invited.
No, he was invited and said, I'm not going now. One analyst has him going at 2 to the Browns. Another one had him dropping potentially to 24. The third analyst doesn't even know if he's going to get drafted in the first round at all.
Dude, apparently these NFL teams do not like this quarterback class. Cam Ward is the only one that they're even
Shador just got his number retired at Colorado.
Yeah, for
insane.
going 13 and 12.
insane. Now
13 and 12.
Travis Hunter deserves it. Heisman Trophy winners typically
That should
get
be
that.
automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, the Browns signed Flacco 2 weeks ago, so they're not taking Sanders. They've already got Kenny Pickett on the roster as well. It's just not happening.
No, then that means they are.
No, they have to. They're gonna. Joe Flacco's gonna start for them this year.
Yeah, Flacco's got a
100%.
good 10 years still.
Yeah, you might actually, but
I don't think so.
He's starting for them this year.
like
Watson's
40.
out all season.
Guys, it's the Browns.
Yeah,
The Browns are taking Shadur
No,
Sanders.
the Browns are taking Abdul.
He add
Carter.
another name to the jersey.
The Browns are going to take Abdul Carter
That's what
And-
the smart team would pick.
and making the playoffs.
Nah.
Come on.
Abdul Carter and Myles Garrett on their ends, and they have Joe Flacco at quarterback. They're
Scoring
making the
13
playoffs.
points a game.
Yep, they're gonna score. They might be the lowest scoring post merger team.
That
make the
division is
playoffs.
too tough.
That's the brutal
Ravens,
division.
Bengals, Steelers, they're going to be last, as always.
No,
No. 'Cause who's
Steelers
who's
don't
the
have a
quarterback?
quarterback.
Yeah, they don't even have a quarterback.
Steelers
right
are better than the Browns. It doesn't matter.
the Steelers have mastered winning without a quarterback at this
no,
point.
no, they
Yeah.
haven't. They've
They will go
mastered
500.
limping in.
Yeah.
They'll go 500.
They'll get
for
in the
sure,
playoffs.
Yeah.
They'll be 9 and whatever. 8.
9 and 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
New math, yeah. The Ravens were healthy all year last year, which means somebody's hurt this year. A major person will be hurt this year.
It'll probably be Lamar.
I'd say you could be Derrick Henry. That feels like
No, he
Yeah.
never gets hurt.
No, he's
That
isn't.
motherfucker's durable.
Got
Getting
miles
old,
on
man.
him.
Did you,
He-
did you
he's-
see his
he's gonna be
workout the other day?
32.
God,
He's a fucking
right
damn,
up the hill,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Just like it's scary how athletic that dude is. We should probably fucking take him down
I just take his DNA,
before it's too late.
clone him.
All right, so let's go over first round here. We'll start off with this total quarterbacks selected in the first round. This is really fucking curious to me because this will lead into the Shedeur Sanders thing. 2.5 is the number, over under. First round.
Minus 200.
Give me the plus money on the under.
It's over 2.5 is minus 200.
So what?
That means that Vegas thinks there's going to be 3 quarterbacks taken in the first round.
I
don't know.
You know who else bowed out yesterday?
Of going to the draft?
Yep. Jackson Dart.
Well, because nobody
He's also gone.
Nobody wants to get fucking what's that kid's name from the Titans? Kyle something. What's his fucking name?
Which one?
Will Levis?
Will Levis. That's
Will Levis,
it.
yeah,
I knew
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a Lev in there.
No one wants to get Levis.
No one wants to get second rounded with your hot girlfriend and your other hot girlfriend or whatever was going on there.
When is a number of 2.5 for quarterbacks in the first round? I can't remember that in all the years, D'Anthony, we've been doing this fucking show.
I don't know.
That's the lowest I've ever seen.
This is the worst quarterback draft I've ever seen because I don't think any of these guys will be good.
So you got Cam Ward.
Number 1.
Can we say Shedeur Sanders is going to the first round?
Yes.
No, I don't think you can confidently say it.
Jackson Dart.
No.
Okay, so who am I missing here?
Man, who was the other fucking QB? It was Shedeur.
Will Howard?
No, he's not going.
Will Howard's definitely not going first round.
No shit. Who else? Kyle McCord? No.
Well,
Yeah,
you talk me
I
to
hope
Cal
so,
McCord
but-
any day, of course.
No. Couldn't for me. Couldn't get that guy out of there fast enough.
He's only good if it's a bargain, and it's not a bargain as a lottery pick.
No.
And nobody in the back half of the draft needs a quarterback. I mean, they may need a clipboard guy, but
maybe Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's in the middle, though. But yeah, maybe.
Will Howard, I think, is a dream clipboard guy for 20 years in this league. Very, very smart, accurate. If you needed him to come in for a couple plays here and there, awesome. And he's a leader on a team. Like, that's a dream clipboard guy, but he's not going in the first.
Will Howard's essentially just like a glorified Skylar Thompson. Like, he'd be better than Skylar Thompson. Skylar Thompson has started multiple games in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, out of necessity, but still.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that we might see Cam Ward, for some reason, is going first. I think that's a terrible decision.
I don't hate Cam Ward.
I don't hate him either, but
I don't like him.
He is. All of the guys in this draft are 2 to 3 years away from being good in the NFL, even at replacement level. Probably,
He is old.
Right? Like they're a couple years away. I think Shedeur Sanders can be a decent quarterback in the NFL with a couple years to get used to the speed and shit. Right? He reads defenses well, but there's a difference between having 2 seconds to throw and 1.5 seconds to throw. It's the difference between a pick and a fucking touchdown, right? And he's obviously not there yet. He played in Colorado, for Christ's sake. None of these other guys are capable to step right in. If you get drafted in the lottery these days, you're expected to start on day 1 or be like ready by week 5. That's the expectation now. None of these motherfuckers are. So maybe we're never going to see a smart draft. I mean, it's almost like as much as you might dislike the government, you at least hope they're competent. And then you see behind the scenes, you're like, God damn it, man.
The Browns are taking Shedeur.
It's not just, forget about the Browns, dude. All of these teams suck. The Titans are a joke of a franchise.
Yep.
The Giants are a joke of a franchise.
Mostly nepotism.
Yeah, it's nonsense now. And how is it possible that now under like international corporate ownership, they've become somehow more incompetent than just the next son taking the team?
You gotta hire football guys.
I don't understand.
And by the way, so
like
let's say
Steven fucking.
So
Smith.
there's a name that's going, by the way, that I want to throw out there, who is actually going to the first round.
A quarterback.
You ready for this name?
Yeah.
Jalen Milroe.
Oh, no fucking way. I thought you were going to say Tyler Shuck.
Going to the NFL draft for the first round.
Tight end?
No, it's a quarterback.
No.
He is going to the first round. He said he is going to show up, so he will be one of the quarterbacks there.
Yeah, he can go. Thousands of people go.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah.
What did he pay? Did he pay for tickets?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just checking out Green Bay.
Is there a shot he gets drafted in the first round?
Here's the thing. Even if Shedeur gets drafted, no one else is. Jackson Dart, Tyler Schaff, however you say his name.
Here's the difference. If there were 5 quarterbacks who were okay in this draft, 2.5 or even 3.5 might be a thing because they do go on runs. People see, that quarterback got taken. We got to fucking take a quarterback. It happens in fantasy drafts, too. It's crazy how it works. Like, people just like, oh, shit.
Oh, yes.
They got their quarterback. I got to take a quarterback.
I forget.
Now.
Tight ends.
But there's not enough in the draft to even make that happen this year.
Did Ewers enter the draft?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quinn Ewers is there.
There's no way he goes in the
but
first
he's had
round.
like the hype since high school, so maybe.
I don't know.
think so.
I don't think so.
I
but,
don't.
like,
I don't think so.
somebody could read.
I'll tell you what I'm
the
doing.
Browns take Sanders.
I'm taking under 2.5 at plus 160 on my bookie.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because even if the Browns take
Who
Sanders,
else?
that's
Who else?
only 2.
It is. It's the first 2 though. That would be picks
But
1
you
and
got
2.
to always think they're always going to draft way higher than you think. Like I never
Yes.
thought Jalen Hurts would be a second round pick.
I think Jackson Dart will still slip into the end of the first.
To who?
It could happen. Yeah.
Not to the Eagles, not to the Chiefs, not to the Bills, not to the
Not
Commanders,
to the Packers.
not to the Lions, not to the
What are
Ravens.
the 49ers doing?
They just signed Purdy.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Detroit. How old is Goff?
I don't think
And
they
the
signed
49ers,
Goff
by the
is
way,
27,
The 49ers have the
Is it really?
Yeah.
The 49ers have the 11th pick, so they're absolutely not taking a fucking quarterback at
Yeah.
pick
No.
11.
The Chiefs, Eagles, Bills, nope.
No.
Commanders,
No.
Redskins,
I mean, look, I hope the Falcons take a quarterback.
Chargers, definitely not. Ravens, definitely not.
Oh, dude, they definitely didn't re-sign Purdy. By
maybe
the
the
way.
Rams.
No, they're working on that deal right now.
Yeah.
they might not sign him. So
No,
They-
they're working. They said they're going to.
Yeah,
they're working on
they're
it.
looking at a 4 or 5 year deal on
if
him.
I'm the 49ers, maybe
I'm
just
But not at
Hey, I'm
11.
with you.
If there was somebody at 11, yes, but there isn't. So maybe sign him to a 3 year instead of a 5.
Or just get Jackson Dart and call it a day.
You just get another quarterback.
Yes, it's
Plug
the
and
same.
play.
It's a plug and play system. I'm with you.
Believe in Shanahan.
The Rams
with
at
you.
26 might be the one that loses me this bet. I could see them taking a quarterback right there
They
Yes.
need one
because they don't. I mean,
to replace Stafford.
yeah,
Correct.
This is. I mean, if this
And
isn't
that
his
could be
last year,
Jackson Dart.
could be. I mean, if you want to run one of those like old school St. Louis Rams style offenses that is high powered, you're not worried about pocket time. You're just dropping back and getting rid of the fucking ball every time. He can do that for sure.
He can throw to Nakua.
Also,
Yeah.
the Chargers don't like Herbert.
That's true. I don't think they like him.
Jim was trying to sling him last year.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'd love to have him. Can
Yeah,
he,
I think-
can he come down to Atlanta
I think
for both of our quarterbacks?
Like Herbert with his arm strength doesn't even make sense in Harbaugh's offense.
no, because all they do is hand off the ball.
They should trade him and get something out of him.
I agree.
For sure.
Trade him to the Falcons.
Maybe it happens on draft day. We don't know.
to the Atlanta Falcons.
Wow.
Now,
There's
The,
only like,
the Falcons are taking a kicker in the first round. I
here,
think.
yeah, exactly. Here's what I'm going to shock your mind, okay?
Yeah.
With this next one. I'll go first on it because I am a firm believer this is going to happen. Running back selected in the first round. Over, under. Same exact number, 2.5. I'm going over.
Yeah.
under.
Gross.
You're going under. I'm going over.
No question.
Why would
Over.
you ever spend a draft pick on a running back money?
Genty
whatsoever?
is gone.
Yeah, Genty's going.
That kid from UNC is going. He'll go
Saquon
in
is
the,
the
in the top
exception.
10.
Nobody else should.
And then my
ever
final
decide to
guess
make
at
more
the end of the
minimum
first
wage.
round is Travion Henderson, and that will put it at 3.
I mean,
Who is it at the back end of the draft that needs a running back?
I
Chiefs.
wouldn't
Maybe.
touch Genty with a fucking 100-foot
Chiefs.
pole.
The Chiefs need offensive line too.
they're
though.
Chiefs are going to take an O lineman. Like, no question. It would be malpractice for them not to do that.
Genty's also an upperclassman and old. Like he's got a lot of miles. on him.
Redskins down there. Ooh, you put him on the Redskins? Let's go.
I mean, the Bills could use a fucking
Bills need a
running
running back bad.
Is
for the
Cook
last
not
10
good?
years.
Cook's been good.
He's good. They just
Okay.
they need help.
Cook's been really good actually.
But
Yeah,
if
he's
you
been really
if you
good.
throw a Travion Henderson at that guy,
He
shit.
just needs help. Like the modern NFL, unless you're Saquon Barkley, you don't get all the touches. It's not a thing anymore.
Nope.
Even
It's-
Saquon
Saquon's
doesn't.
the only one that I've.
Even he's. I mean, he was a
And Derrick
workhorse
Henry,
last year, but yeah.
Those are the only two that I can name that get it every single down. Now, a guy who should get it every single down and it is in Atlanta, Bijan Robinson, it doesn't. They even split that motherfucker up.
I
dude.
mean, don't put mileage on him when you don't need to. You know?
why?
Because they can't win.
Yeah. Why are you?
I'd run that motherfucker every single play. You got him for 5 years. It's a running back, and then draft another one after that. That's just me personally. But I think this is going over. I'm going to bet that over on this.
Okay.
I got 3 in the first round.
What does it say for cornerbacks or defensive backs?
Wide receivers is up next. Ironically, this is at 2.5 as well.
Not a great wide receiver class.
It is. The people are pretty low on the wide. It's a defense heavy draft this first round from what I've seen.
I got Luther Burden.
McMillan from
I
Arizona.
got the McMillan from Arizona, and then I've got Egbuka. I'm going over on that as well.
Wait, do they count tight ends?
No,
Or is it just wide
it's not
receiver?
pass
just
catchers
wide
yet.
receivers. Yeah, I got 3. I'm going over on
I don't
that
think-
too.
I don't think Burden's going first round.
I'm going over on all of these.
Okay.
Well, there's only a certain amount of picks.
Right, but that's only 9 out of the first 30. What do we got? 32 picks.
Yeah.
I would bet. Is there an over under on just offensive versus defensive players?
Yes.
I would say over 25 defense.
Let's see. They got SEC. Number of offensive
Or
line.
23.
So here's where the numbers start to tick up. Offensive linemen, and this is dead even odds across the board here. Over under 6.5.
I don't think so this year. Everybody always needs them, but I don't. There's only a couple of guys that are really standouts offensive line this year, and it's not just about whether you need it or not. It's like, hey, can I get that guy or somebody comparable in the second or third round? Why am I wasting a first round pick when I could get something better at a different position and then get the same? Like if a guy is rates out at like an 8.5 and you've got an 8.3 in round 3, take the 8.3 in round 3.
Right. And I think the problem with the offensive lineman in this draft is the best one is got a torn ACL. So where does he end up landing? I've heard in the late 20s, but we'll see. Their number of cornerbacks over under on my bookie is 4.5.
Well, your guy for it's 4.5. Your guy from Missouri is going to go in the first round.
He's a top 10 pick.
What's his name? Membo. Is that really how you say it? Membo.
Wait, I think Burden goes at 13 or 14.
That cornerback and wide receiver over under, does Travis Hunter count as both? Does the team announce
question.
what position they fucking drafted him at? Because he's in the draft as both.
Great question. I don't know. I don't know that answer, and I'd bitch about both, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so like if you, when David Stern announced the draft back in the day, you'd say the position. Like,
right.
But what are they going to say? I guess you'll know if you won the bet based on what he says.
The NBA pisses me off, though. Even though trades are going to go through, they still have to wear the team that drafts them. So, like, Kobe is wearing a Charlotte Hornets hat, and it doesn't look right.
But with this one,
through,
they still do it.
it.
They still do it in the NFL of what your position is, and you're right. I think he should be both because he wants to play both. And you're not going to know until he actually gets there to camp to see what he's actually going to do. And then the number of offensive players is the last one on the board here. This is a big over/under for this, 15.5.
Offensive, no way. Not even including linemen, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's half the draft.
There's two.
It's a big boy number.
2 quarterbacks are going. I'm the under on running backs too. Maybe 1, but 2 at the most.
I got 3.
Receiver draft.
What?
It's a deep receiver draft.
Yeah, but not first round receiver draft. There's probably going to be 3 in the
I got
first
3,
round.
but that's the over.
Just
2.5.
3 includes Travis Hunter, right?
If you added Travis Hunter, that could be 4 in my opinion. Because I think 3 besides Travis Hunter will go.
I don't know about that. If people like, if they like what they saw from Homeboy with the Chiefs this year, what's his name?
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah.
Then Golden's going in the first round probably.
Oh yes,
right?
I forgot about Golden too. Shit.
He's going in the first round because he's fast as fuck.
So even if Burden falls out of the top round, which I don't understand, then Golden will be in there and that'll do it.
All the mock drafts have him going before Golden. Bird and Golden, like separated by about 3 or 4 picks.
Okay.
Burden is in a lot of ways more like Xavier Worthy. He's not as fast, but he's like a package guy. Like he does like the way the Chiefs did Worthy with a lot of backfield shit like that. Missouri did a ton of that with Luther Burden. So if they're into that, I guess. But I've seen Burden completely fall out of the first round in every mock draft I've seen, which is crazy to me. But he didn't have the offense wasn't good this year, and his numbers reflected that. So that's what it is.
Doesn't matter.
So the guarantee.
I agree.
ESPN's absolute guarantee here is that Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Abdul Carter will go in the top 4.
Yeah.
But then that leaves one team, Cleveland, on the board at 2. And what the fuck did they do?
I think they take out. If they would be crazy not to take Abdul Carter.
It is
That would be
Cleveland Browns.
That would be the biggest swing and a miss that I've seen in a very long time.
Look, I think he's the best player in the draft.
He is by far the best player in the draft.
I think it's,
let me rephrase. Immediate impact wise, Abdul Carter is the best player in this draft,
Yes.
and it's not close.
Yep.
But Travis Hunter, if he figures out one of these 2 things, or if he's able to do, I mean, remember Deion did both for a little while.
Yeah. So
Gave him turf toe and he lost his foot for it.
Yeah.
Still, he did it for
From
a
what
little
I've
while.
heard is teams are kind of viewing Travis Hunter. I mean, it depends on the team he goes to, but a team like the Browns might have him play cornerback most of the time because that position requires a lot more prep, and then have packages for him on offense.
That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah.
let me ask you about a rumor that's also flying around regarding the Falcons here. There is a rumor that
it gay shit?
Well, kind of. There's a rumor that Kirk Cousins will be traded draft night, potentially back to the Minnesota Vikings.
With that whole contract,
I
know
don't
that
think so.
No, they're going to pay down $10 million and say, "Hey, dude, so you're gonna get Kirk Cousins essentially for $20 million, so the Falcons paying the rest."
Yeah. Well,
for the year, for a whole year.
If you're the Vikings only have one quarterback on the roster right now, so fair enough. Maybe they do that. But bringing in the old guy to sit the bench when you've already named McCarthy as your number one is going to make it weird in training camp. It's almost like the whole Leno, Conan O'Brien situation, is it not?
Yeah.
Like Conan gets the 11 o'clock spot and you put Leno at 10:30.
Right.
And you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Also,
that's not a good idea.
Do you want 2 injured quarterbacks to be your only 2 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they've definitely got a. I mean, usually you'll carry one on the practice squad too, but you have 3 quarterbacks in your active roster most of the time. Who are the other ones? Who are quarterback free agents right now? Or are they going to draft somebody in the second or third round?
There is nobody left.
Are they going to have 2 like true rookies?
Yeah.
As their quarterbacks, there's no way.
This is a good draft for, like he said, clipboard guys.
Yeah.
Clipboard guys.
Clipboard draft.
Yeah, if you want a clipboard guy, there's plenty of those. But and then breaking news here: I guess the Giants held a very private workout, which is obviously not very private if we're talking about it here. On Thursday, where they flew out to Boulder to meet with Shedeur personally. Malika Slayton is the head of on-campus recruiting for the team in Colorado, who just happens to be the sister of Giants wide receiver Darius Slayton.
Okay.
So, does he go to the Giants?
With Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson?
And just chill.
What do you do?
What a quarterback room.
Yeah, I mean, how much is...
It's a lot of black people. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I mean, the Giants certainly...
Giants have never had a black starting quarterback, right?
Ever.
Well, they will this year.
They will this year, no matter what. Whether they like it or not.
Just let Jameis sling it to Malik.
Yeah. I mean, they've got... Darius Slayton's still good. You know, Malik Neighbors is obviously great. Jalen Hyatt's still on that team. He's been hurt the whole time he's been in the NFL.
Yeah.
If he's healthy this year, he might actually be their slot receiver. Maybe.
I just think if you're the Giants and Travis Hunter is there at 3, and you can line up Travis Hunter and Malik Neighbors.
Or Abdul Carter if the Browns decide to take Travis Hunter. If it's Abdul Carter, you would be out of your mind not to take him.
Yeah.
But
okay,
I understand the Titans not taking Abdul Carter, actually, even though he's the best player of the draft, because they fucking suck no matter what they do. Right? So you may as well just do something to bring fans to it. Like, no matter how good a defensive player is these days, unless you have like 2 or 3 of them that are really doing stuff together, nobody's showing up to buy tickets to watch that shit. This is how it is, man.
Now, another rumor that's going around here, which is really interesting, is that the reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers haven't really gone hard after Aaron Rodgers is there is some expectation that Shedeur Sanders falls to 21, and then they can draft him to be the franchise quarterback.
And if he doesn't, then they just don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, what do you do then?
Good plan.
I don't think Rodgers is playing this year.
I don't either. I think he's done.
Yeah.
For good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why deal
because
with
of him or everybody else?
Everybody else.
I think everybody else.
It's everybody else.
I think everybody's over
everyone
Aaron
else
Rodgers.
of him.
No, that's what they're saying too, because he's been a bitch.
Fucking dick.
He's a fucking tool.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have DK Metcalf, George Pickens, and Calvin Austin, and Mason Rudolph is gonna throw to him.
Boy.
I mean, he might throw his helmet.
Because the other thing too is with Shedeur Sanders, this will be the first time without his father being his coach in how many years now?
Oh shit, they got Scotty Miller too. Damn. I mean, not that he's great or anything, but he had some good years in Tampa Bay.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of wild trades, man, and it's just going to be a wild night on Thursday.
I've heard that this is a draft where a lot of people are trying to trade down, which is not a good sign for the talent pool.
No.
Because they're like, what a useless fucking 10th pick. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, we may end up getting trashed at these people's fucking house, dude.
Oh, we are.
If it's that boring, I don't know what we're gonna do.
What's the setup with this?
No.
dude?
I heard it's going to be exciting.
What it's gonna be?
I know. I heard the draft itself is going to be exciting.
Actually,
because all those guys that you can get late are fucking, in my opinion, superstars. Like I would rather have a late pick.
Well,
this year.
it would be interesting to see how everybody plays it for sure. Like Pittsburgh's the team that I'm most interested in because they have to do something and it's got to be a trade.
Is
There's
this dude a
nobody in the
Steelers
draft for it.
fan?
That's a good question, actually.
Well, he's in Philadelphia. Or
No.
I'm sorry. No, he's in Pennsylvania.
Whereabouts in Pennsylvania?
I can't say that location.
Undisclosed location.
Okay, well, can you get him
Where
to
are we
send a
flying
photo?
He's close to Penn State.
Get him to send a photo.
He's close to Penn State.
Of his. Well, he's a Philly, an Eagles fan then.
No, he
Probably.
could very easily be a Steeler.
I mean, it is like kind of like this.
the midway point.
Yeah.
We'll ask him. We'll ask him, but
But we need to get a
we're both-
picture of the inside so he can strategize on how we're going to set up.
Oh, we're going. We're good. We're good. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. he
I
set
don't like
us
the
up.
cryptic
We're
shit. I'm
just-
not
we're just
trusting
good.
the process.
We're just good.
No, I talked to him over the weekend. So.
Well,
got
that
the
doesn't make
address
me
and
feel
everything
better
else.
at all.
Has this house been listed
I feel
recently? Dan
better.
can just look on Zillow.
No, yeah, exactly. No, we're good on this one. We've got a mutual friend, it turns out. So
Who?
we'll talk about it off the podcast here. But Jalen Milroe is going to attend. He's not getting picked on Thursday night, so why even show up? I guess that doesn't make any sense
If
to me.
Shooter Sanders is off the board, is it Jackson Dart or Milroe that's going to Pittsburgh? Because they got to
think
draft somebody or they got to trade.
I'm telling you, Tyler Shuck has been getting a lot of love. Like, people really like him from Louisville.
God, that was
It's not a good
team.
quarterback draft.
I know.
So what do? Punt on the year? You know what I mean?
Chuck is
Maybe.
also like 30 years old. Old as
Maybe.
hell.
Yeah. So we'll see what happened. But we get some sponsors here real quick before we get back to the NFL draft and everything. Obviously, we're brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. We just signed a 2-year deal with MyBookie. Amped to be back with those guys at MyBookie.com. Why? It is the only site you can bet on in all 50 states. As we sat back and talked about it with the DraftKings and the FanDuels and all that other fucking bullshit, it's like 6 states they're in. The rest of it's all fantasy bullshit. Even WWE. So WWE has taken the fucking world by storm again. They're now allowing you to bet on it, which fucking rocks on MyBookie. And they're doing that. However, in the rest of those shitbirds, you can only do like fantasy, like wrestling leagues
daily
and shit
fantasy
like that.
stuff.
Like gay.
Which I will say, actually, daily fantasy leagues are kind of fun, but I think you can do that
for
on
wrestling.
Oh, yeah, that's the point.
I'm just like, dude, fuck off with this
but
bullshit.
like you want some real action.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I all respect people who play daily fantasy, but
Yeah.
I want to gamble.
And dude, talk about gambling, man. I'm going to be putting a lot down on Thursday nights. So is everybody else. First round night of the NFL draft is one of the biggest gambling nights of the year. And I will have all those bet slips posted. Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. It is a private group. Anyone can join. And then you see all the bet slips posted there. Usually the day of or the night before. I posted all my wrestling picks before the weekend. We did great. We got 3 out of 4 on the WWE picks. Live casino is fucking rad, dude. If you haven't had a chance to watch these guys' show on MyBookie, it's great, dude.
It's a good time.
Yeah, blackjack is live, poker's live, all that shit is live. Head on over to mybookie.com. Use that promo code Drinkin' Bros to bet with us or against us, and that'll double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Next up, we got bioproteintech.com. Guys, here's why your hormones suck. Most guys are focused on testosterone. That's not even half the puzzle. In order to absorb testosterone optimally, you must have the adequate growth hormone, more specifically its end result growth factors. Unfortunately, growth hormone decreases year after year after puberty, which may explain your poor performance in the gym or even your excess body fat. That's where BioPro Plus comes in. BioPro Plus gives you back those growth factors naturally, giving you HGH-like results with 0 needles, 0 side effects, and 0 doctor visits, all at a fraction of the cost of prescription treatments. So if you want to fix the way you perform, look, and feel without all the risk of the big pharma synthetic stuff, head on over to bioproteintech.com. Enter that promo code Drinkin' Bros for $30 off your first order. The link is in the audio and video description of the show as well. 30 individual vials, pop them right underneath your tongue. You'll feel a little sting, so you know that it's working right before you go to your workout in the morning, or right before 9 is when I like to take mine. I know it says on the box, take them in the morning. For whatever reason, I get good sleep on them, so I do it. Makes your skin great, and your workouts are fucking rad. Been using those guys for over a year. Next up is drinkinbrostickets.com. Tickets are $10 cheaper than everywhere else. But Delco, I wanted to ask you this. The Masters apparently broke the fucking ticket market for some reason, and I don't know why.
They were trying to get secondary market out of there. So if you bought tickets through somebody else, like, channels they didn't approve, they just invalidated the tickets.
No fucking way.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so many passes, right? Remember, we were handed a pass, and we're like, you can't lose it.
It's $80,000.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're just trying to get rid of some riffraff and the upcharge of the secondary market.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So a bunch of people lost everything on that because I guess they just nuked the tickets out altogether, which is wild. So shit.
I feel like you're playing with fire when you're trying to do secondary market Masters tickets.
No, usually it's on the up and up, man. But yeah, not this year apparently. So the Masters did that, you said?
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to keep it to people that win the lottery and not resell
Which
their
is
tickets.
no one, by the way. No one wins that fucking lottery. I've entered for, I think, 15 years. Have you ever won?
No.
I've never either.
I mean,
Sounds like it lives up to the name.
yeah, they're
The
exclusive.
Masters?
No, the lottery.
Oh, I was like, Bob, Jesus,
But also-
man. All right, yeah. I mean, racist, but yeah. But yeah, everything's $10 cheaper than StubHub. You can get everything on there. NBA playoff tickets, NHL playoff tickets, motocross, concerts, all that other shit. Masters, we did not offer for that reason, and I didn't know why. And Benny reached out to us on Monday morning and said, hey, here's why there was no Masters tickets on there. So, yeah, makes sense. Was not aware of that story, though. Thank you, Delco. But yeah, $10 cheaper than StubHub. And then last but not least, Hard AF Seltzer. We've got 9 days left. That is it. To join us on WeFunder.com/HardAFSeltzer and invest in the company. 30% of it is open up to you. Right now, our audience, but you only have 9 days left. The SEC shuts that down on April 30th, so we're 9 days away. Get in while you can. It ain't going back up. You got to go through another SEC audit after that, and that thing takes like 7 or 8 months. And also, I think it cost us $35,000 last time. So it ain't cheap either. And thank God the government's taking a cut of that. Jesus Christ, man. Fuck those guys. I hate it so much. All right, let's hop back into it here. As far as the NFL is concerned, I think the steals of the draft are probably in round 2,
Yeah.
which is what I'm really looking forward to.
Round 2 is going to be a banger this year. That's where I think Luther Burden's going to go, and I think he's going to be an absolute steal for whoever gets him. I hope
Why
goes-
did he fall?
Apparently, like, attitude shit is what I've read.
Okay.
Which he's an emotional guy. Kind of, he's had some dumbass penalties, like flexing on other people and stuff like that. But he's also like, every big play that was made over the last 2 years for Missouri was Luther Burden. Like
I know.
every single one. 4th and 17 against Florida. I mean, he scored the go-ahead touchdown against South Carolina. Defense couldn't hold serve, but like
God, everybody's such a fucking pussy now.
I know.
Honestly, you're coaching the Cowboys. It's 1992. Everybody's on cocaine.
Yeah.
They're in fucking hotels with hookers, and you make it work, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is America. Talent outshines the problem because your job as the older guy, the coach, or whatever it is your position is to take that young dude and say, hey, you know what? You got some stupid shit going on. We're going to minimize it to a degree where you can fucking capitalize on your opportunity here and help us. We help you, and you become a man in the process. Michael Irvin is a good dude now.
Right.
Like, he is a solid dude who fucking helps his
He's
entire
awesome.
family,
He's awesome.
funds their business ventures, takes care of them all the time. A solid dude. But he was a fucking cokehead, literally cokehead, banging hookers when he was playing. And now there's just, no appetite for that? Get the fuck
and by the
out
way,
of here,
Burden
man.
is not like zero legal trouble.
Yeah, he's not like at Georgia fucking running people over
Right,
with his
right.
car
Yeah.
and shit.
He's not Jalen Carter.
They were just thought he
Fuck
was like a
outta
little
here.
powder. And by the way, the two things about Burden.
Listen, Jalen Carter did his time, all right?
He did not.
The two things.
Sure didn't.
The two things about Burden that
It was in the public opinion time. He had some bad, nasty tweets.
But
He fell quite a few spots.
He did. Yeah, he lost a lot of money.
He fell to 10, but I think the same thing is going to happen to Burden. That's why I've got that over on the wide receivers. I think he goes in the first.
A team that already has a quarterback, especially, is fucking crazy not to take him. My favorite stat about him, which anyone who watched him regularly like I did knows, is that he led in the last 2 years that he played. He led the NCAA in broken, like, full contact tackles by a wide receiver. Like, just, it is impossible to tackle that.
He's a strong dude.
He's really fucking strong and fast as fuck. Great hands. Like, there is nothing wrong with him except they're like, oh, he might have an attitude problem. Like, I hope.
So fix his attitude.
Right. And by the way, every time.
I think he will. I think he goes in the first.
Every time Drink got on his ass, he listened. Every fucking time. So basically, his crime is being a 21-year-old.
I'm going to, hey, I'm going really hard and then over-under wide receiver thing. As much as I can bet on that, I'm going. But I think he's in.
I hope he drops a little bit because I don't want him to go to a shitty team.
Yeah.
I want him to go to a team with a quarterback.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is if you've got a guy like Aaron Rodgers who's 38 causing problems in the clubhouse or in the locker room, whatever they call it, okay, fine. If you've got a 21-year-old, your job as the 50-year-old coach is to fix him.
Yep.
Asshole.
Right.
What the fuck are you talking
Eagles
about?
fixed Jalen Carter.
This is what sports does for young men. Is
and the
turn
Eagles
them into men.
fixed Jalen Carter and got him to stop being fucking lazy.
I don't know if we fixed Jalen Carter or just
got him in shape.
Yeah, we
got him in shape at least.
We'll see about the car thing.
Yeah, I mean, look,
forward.
but minus the double murder.
But yeah, I don't buy that shit. Like, oh, he's got
his in shape.
If he's a quitter
awful.
or something like that, I would probably avoid it.
Yeah.
And if there was like self-destructive behavior, but if it's like being immature is this problem, that problem gets solved with time, bitch.
He does have a little bit. I wouldn't call it like quitter as the label, but one of the two labels was effort and poutiness.
Diva.
Yeah.
Don't want him on my team.
Yeah, but like literally zero legal trouble by all.
Imagine if you fell to the Chiefs.
Oh my God, my cousin is.
If he's there, they'll take him. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
My cousin is the head nutritionist for Mizzou football. So I ask her all the time, like, what do you think about this guy, whatever. And she's like, Luther Burden's the nicest kid in the world. Like she's like, he's super fucking nice.
He's gonna drive my over in that. I'm betting a fuck ton of money on it.
I hope the Chiefs get him.
Could you imagine, dude? Could you imagine?
I hope the Chiefs get him, and that all these teams that bypass him get fucking stomped by the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Whatever,
fuck you
dude.
for being cowards.
Chiefs can show up to the Super Bowl, they got stomped out again.
Yeah, they're only
might.
3-2 in the Mahomes era.
I know. Jesus
Two
Christ.
giant losses. Two just can't get back from those losses. Like
They did from both.
Yeah, they
can't-
did.
Well, not the second
Not
one.
this
I
one.
guess.
legacy-wise, no.
Yeah.
Dude, Mahomes, bum.
If he wins this year, he's 4-2. That's crazy.
Still can never pass Brady.
I think he'll pass Brady.
Can't pass.
He's 29.
Brady beat him head-to-head.
Well, you
Yeah,
do
that's
have
the
that.
problem.
You do have that.
And
so that
Brady
will be
never-
the tiebreaker.
What if
Brady
he
never
just
got blown out.
what if he wins his 8th Super Bowl and shows up to Brady's house and beats the shit out of him?
Great.
Fuck you, old man. He's like Brady's 60 by then.
Rapes him.
Still probably in better shape than Mahomes has
Brady
ever
probably
been.
still-
I mean, yeah,
Exactly.
Mahomes' body is an inspiration, to be honest. But
Mahomes looks like the first generation of those stand-up robots. That's how he walks. It's like it's all weird and shit. Like what? You're an athlete, the best in the world. What
Do you
the
know how many
fuck,
kids
man?
show up at football looking like Mahomes these
Oh,
days?
walking with their fucking.
Every single
In the
quarterback.
hair?
Every single. I see him
damn.
on Friday nights, and I'm like, dude, they're all Pat Mahomes. We'll switch on over to the NBA here. Playoffs started over the weekend. In case you didn't notice here, why didn't you notice? Wasn't that very good games? Bucks Pacers blowouts. Shit.
Bucks are cooked. They got to trade Giannis in the offseason. Yep. It's over. They need to
He had
reset.
36 points and 12 rebounds.
They
It's not
It's
because
not
of
him.
him.
It's not him.
I know, but
Don't
it's
trade-
not. But they are out. They have no first round picks for the next 3 years.
Yep.
They do not have anyone around them. They don't really have the capital to do it. Like they just got a hard.
You telling me
reset.
they can't get free agents in Milwaukee?
I mean,
No.
the best
That
they did was
beautiful
Jimmy
city.
No,
Butler.
you can't.
We'll see. I mean, Dame is a possible for game 2. We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see game 2 first. But if they get roughed up badly and Dame looks unhealthy throughout this whole process, what's to expect him to be healthy next year? He's had
Pacers
problems.
are-
Well, here's the thing.
Fine.
So I will say this.
and the Pacers are young.
Hang on. I did have what he had, by the way, which was a blood clot in the leg like that, and I took the exact same thinners and all that other shit. It was, for me, a 2 to 3 month process. One would imagine as an NBA player, you can probably speed that up a little bit. I think he'll play.
Not necessarily.
He's
think he'll
younger and
play.
healthier, but he
Yes.
also
Yeah, but
puts way more wear and tear on
More
them.
wear and tear, and he probably has higher natural testosterone because he's younger than you, too.
Yes.
Which is
Well-
makes that worse because it drives your red blood cell count up.
Mine happens, I was early 30s at that point, so yeah.
He's about the same.
Yeah,
but
but
he's a professional athlete.
How old is Dame out?
Dame is 34, I think.
Yeah,
but he's a
and
professional
I
athlete.
think he'll
no
be
offense,
fine.
no offense to you at 32, but I gotta imagine just in better shape.
No. But that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
right? So, like, if I can make it back into,
But
he can't
thrombosis
too.
isn't a function of being in shape. I just mean like when the testosterone is elevated, even if it's just through more exercise, to your point, red blood cell count does typically go up, and that can make it worse. It's
had
what
it-
happened to Wemby.
he had it in the
Wemby
calf.
put on all that muscle for the first time in his life, and he immediately got fucking thrombosis. That's how it goes sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, the Clippers and the Nuggets. That
Great
was a
game.
fun game,
That was a
actually.
really good
really
game.
great
Dude,
game.
Clippers look pretty good, don't they?
Clippers were
So,
up
but
by
that's
a
the-
lot,
that's
and they
the problem.
still lost that
They looked
fucking
really
game.
good, and Denver was still able to find a way.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's Denver, right?
Jokic is,
Denver's the best.
yeah.
Denver's
man.
winning the West. Like
They might.
You're trying to come at me with the Lakers. Get out of here, dude.
I think the
Oh,
Lakers
exactly.
can win the West.
What?
No,
I think the Lakers can win.
I think the Lakers are cooked.
No, they got
No.
cooked in one game.
One game in which the T-Wolves shot an insane percentage. It is like an unsustainable.
To be
But
fair,
Luka
I-
had 37, and they still lost.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not
By-
the point.
by 20.
The point is the three-point shooting. If Anthony Edwards just pulls off a sweep against the Lakers, good, because he's taking the next step, and he's the hottest young fucking star in the NBA, in my opinion.
The only problem is he
Right.
plays in Minnesota. So,
For now.
yeah, for now.
But they will see if he wants to win at the end of his current contract, because he'll be eligible for the 5-year Supermax, which is about, $40 million more than
Yep.
going to a new location.
Yeah.
We'll see if he actually wants to win, because he'll never win in Minnesota.
Knicks, Pistons,
Hey, man.
I think
Nobody
it's
ever
gonna be-
has, dude.
I know,
KG couldn't do it.
But you know what?
No one's-
Giannis won in Milwaukee.
That's true, yeah.
And honestly, Jokic winning in Denver. Denver is a clown organization historically.
Yeah, but he's got Jamal Murray and Aaron.
I mean, they've got a
Listen,
super
you can win,
team.
You can win anywhere. You can win anywhere.
They might win again this year.
Denver and Milwaukee winning in the last 4 years more or less proves that in the current iteration of the NBA, I don't know how long it'll last, but in the current iteration of the NBA, anybody can win.
Yeah, Knicks, Pistons, that game, that's going to be a 4-0 series, 4-1 tops.
It might, yeah. The Pistons were just launching threes, and
Yeah.
this game was not as close as it looked.
No.
To be honest.
No. And then on the Sunday games here, Grizzlies Thunder, man. You can't have a 51-point loss in game one. I'm sorry. You just can't do that and be a serious franchise. John Morant and those guys are not a serious franchise, dude. A 51-point loss.
There was so much promise with that team, and it just,
Who else is on that team?
Jaren Jackson.
Yep.
There's a couple other dudes. It's a solid. Zach Edey. It's a solid team. Like, it really is, and they've just fallen apart.
51 points. I mean, it's almost shocking to read out loud.
I was watching that game on my app. I wasn't watching it live, but I was just like, what? And then I'd refresh like 20 minutes later and be like, what? What the fuck?
The worst part about it was after 3 quarters, they were up by 49.
Yep.
And they put in their entire bench, and the Thunder still outscored
Well,
them in the
the
fourth
Grizzlies
quarter.
also put in their entire bench.
Still.
Ja didn't play in the fourth, I don't think.
Still, I mean, what the fuck are we doing
Dude,
other
the
than just
Thunder-
giving? I've never seen a team just give up after 3 quarters and was like, all right, we're done.
Well, I mean, what's the point, though?
There isn't, but
Save your legs.
picking
I
the
mean,
Grizzlies to win anything is
These motherfuckers
nuts.
don't even play full seasons anymore. They're
No.
not playing a full game in the
You're right.
playoffs that they're getting blown out
Especially high, like those are the highest stress minutes.
Which is
possible.
why nobody fucking cares, dude. But more people were watching WrestleMania this weekend than they were watching the playoffs.
The Cavs,
Magic, Celtics, awful.
in. Yeah,
Awful.
the Magic are too young. The Celtics are too good. The Celtics were just fucking around with them too. You
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah.
That there's.
It was actually. It was. I think the Magic were up at half.
Yeah.
And then the Celtics were just
Yeah.
like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Heat,
start playing.
Heat Cavs was actually a pretty good game.
For most of it.
Yeah, the Cavs just like are better, and in the fourth quarter they just fucking school them.
Yeah.
But
And they don't
Most of the
have
game was good.
Butler anymore, so Hero's your guy there, and that's fine. Warriors beat the Rockets there.
That was a
game
good game.
one. That was a good game as well.
The 10 points doesn't really do it justice. It was really, really tight until the last like
Mm-hmm.
2.5 minutes, and Steph just went fucking crazy. Like
Right.
it was like Olympic Steph. Like he was just. I mean, well, it was Steph, I guess. Like he was just hitting insane threes. By the way, though, the Rockets.
Red glare.
We're doing a what?
They red glared. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they were roughing Steph up in that game. Like he didn't get a lot of 3-point looks in the first half because they were bodying him.
That's
around
the key to
arc.
stopping him.
Yeah, and it was a really physical game. That series I think is going to be really fun. I'm excited to watch the rest of the games in that series because both those teams, the Rockets are like a young, good core with a couple veteran guards.
Already lost at home.
Yeah.
I get that, and then obviously the Warriors is their last run. This is their last chance.
I think the Warriors get to the second round, no doubt. I don't know how much further than that, but tonight's games.
Does the NBA reseed?
No, they don't receive.
Okay.
No.
I don't know if they.
Actually,
I'll just look.
yeah, don't look that up. Fact check me on that because I actually don't know. Forget it. Next up is tonight's Pistons Knicks. At the Knicks. This is Knicks minus 6.5. Who you got, D'Anthony?
NBA does not receive.
Yeah, the Knicks.
Yep.
6.5.
Yep.
Like I like Cade Cunningham. He's a really good player, and Detroit has won before, right? So, not recently. 20 years.
Not this
It's
year.
been 20
Yeah,
years.
it's been a long time.
But they've won before. Like the city's won
Do
before.
you want to apologize for your Pistons sticks?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. Thank you.
That's bad.
They've won.
terrible.
They've won. They won a little bit in the '90s too. So they won the '80s, '90s, and the 2000s. But it's been a minute. 2010s they were not good.
Knicks are gonna
They've not
sweep
been
them.
good in the 2020s.
Yeah.
Knicks are weak in my opinion. They're soft, but they're good enough. They'll sweep the Pistons. I think.
How are
I
they
don't think-
soft?
What do you mean how are they soft?
wrong with the Knicks?
Karl Anthony Towns is like one of the softest dudes in the
know.
history of the NBA. What are you
Just because
talking
his
about?
parents died from COVID.
It's not why.
It wasn't his parents. It was his whole family.
Yeah, and they, you know.
When you have 6 members of your family,
Right, but
that's a
both
lot.
your parents. That's
I mean, think about the mental
kind of
stress
the
it
important
takes to
part.
play next to the man that killed him. For
No,
you
Rudy
know,
Gobert.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah, so he's-
single day.
He's freed up.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Now he is.
Yeah, the Knicks are.
I'm with you. I think they're in. They're locked in. They were challenged the first game, and I think they're locking in. And
Brunson's
they cover
gritty
this.
as hell.
He is.
Brunson he's a dog. I like
I-
And Hart, too. Josh
I would
Hart
love
is-
to see Knicks
You know,
Celtics.
Bridges.
I would love to see Knicks Celtics on that side of the bracket for the East. I think that'd be great.
the
Yeah.
Celtics 4-1 in that series.
I agree.
I think he goes 6. It's enough of a rivalry. And I will say this, Cat, soft, sure, but he has enough grit around him where you can just let him be a finesse player. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't need to. It's not like on the T-Wolves where he was kind of alone. It was like him
Yeah,
and
for a
Gobert.
while at least. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, at the end, they had Ant, but yeah, for the most part.
And Reed.
Who?
Reed.
Oh, yeah.
Next up tonight, then this game I'm watching, I'm all in on tonight's. But this is a weird spread to me. So this is Clippers at Nuggets again. However, the Clippers are favored by 1.5 at Denver.
Nah.
Nope. I'm taking the home dog.
See,
the best player in the world.
Yes, I am too. I'm all over this game tonight. This is gonna be a $500 game for me tonight.
Aaron Gordon is a game time decision, so maybe wait as long as you can to make that bet. But I would agree with you. Even with him not playing, I still think Aaron Gordon is a big part of this team now.
Yeah.
to be
He
fair,
is. And by
especially
the way,
on the second line, he's out there. That dude, man, it's so impressive what he's done to his game. To be honest, like he is a really good shooter now. It's wild.
He's turned his entire
Yeah.
game around. The wildest thing to me on DrinkerBrosTickets.com, these tickets are $49 for a Denver playoff game.
Everybody's so high there they can't find the stadium.
Yeah.
Yes, Jesus Christ, show some respect.
He shot 43.6 from 3 this year.
Are you really? Good
By
for
the
him.
way, if you want to see, there's one reason in particular to watch this game, even if you don't care about the NBA, if you just want it for the lulz. If you watch Game 1 at all, the Clippers, when Russell Westbrook is on the floor, they just don't
they're like
guard him.
minus 80.
yeah.
They just
Well,
they just let him. They're like,
by
shoot
the
it,
by the
shoot
way,
it.
he did shoot it, and
He made the-
and he burned him
Made the
in
big
fucking
three,
overtime.
But they were
and, yeah.
they were they were
No,
like,
they were
we'll
real
take
happy with
We
it.
We'll
live
take
with
it.
that.
Yeah.
So now, by the way, they've got this thing called, I think it's Real Genius or Genius IQ that maps how many steps away they are from him. They left him open by 9.6 feet for every single three-pointer. That is 10 full feet. An NBA defender said, shoot that
I mean,
ball.
that's 3 full steps.
Yes.
They're just like, go ahead.
That is the highest in the history of the playoffs. That somebody has left one man open for a three-point shot, and that's what they did for
And
If you
Russell
gave me
Westbrook.
just 1 month in the gym with nothing else to do, I could shoot better than that. 100%.
Ooh, that's tough. From
In the
three?
game?
Yep.
In the game?
if all you have to do is stand there.
I shot 46% in high school from 3. It's not difficult.
Against
It's a repetitive
6'9"
motion
freaks?
over and over and over.
It is repetition.
His problem is not the height out there. It's either
Mental.
yips or something.
Mental, yeah.
Yeah.
I
He
agree.
was never a great shooter, anyways.
No,
But he
no.
shot in the low 30s a couple years. That's passable. Not for a point guard.
But if
maybe,
somebody
but-
gave you 3 full fucking steps, I mean, that's a lot, dude.
You should watch it for Russell Westbrook regardless because he's just pure chaos.
yeah, it is.
he
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Like he also
By the way, he's the only reason that game went to overtime is because he fucked it all up.
He fucked it all up, and then in overtime, obviously hits a huge 3, but also had a huge forced turnover on Harden, I believe, on an inbound play. Yeah, like it's pure
Playoff
theater.
Harden versus playoff Westbrook.
Yeah,
Unstoppable
Yeah.
force.
I
Russell
know.
Westbrook is pure theater. Like for better or worse, it's worth watching.
I just-
People are texting me now about Russell Westbrook, and they're like, dude, Does that guy ever win a title? And I'm like, I don't know.
This is his best chance.
His only chance.
This will be the last chance.
Not because of him.
I know that. I know that.
Sit him on the bench.
I mean,
can you think of people often like to thought experiment? Man, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka. They could have. Steven Adams was on that team.
Yep.
Man, they really could have. Nope, none of them have ever won anything.
no.
Got to the finals when they were all 20.
I know.
Yeah.
And they never did anything.
Nope.
Maybe
Never
they
did
need
anything.
each other,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
Put them back
too.
together like Captain Planet.
Ibaka won a title at least.
yeah, Serge got one.
Did he?
Oh, yeah, in, Toronto,
with Toronto, yeah. Yeah.
I love Serge Ibaka.
And
Yeah.
I guess technically Durant got a few.
Well,
You don't
Yeah, do we count those?
No,
I've-
I'm a Warriors fan, and you can't. I mean, that's like the fucking Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals, man.
there's players that I just don't like. He's ahead of LeBron for me.
He was the best player on that team, though.
He was.
yeah,
but
he's the best player on every team he's ever been on.
He's just been worthless to me. Where I'm just,
He's not
I
a
just
leader.
Don't care. No.
And look, you don't always need to have your best player be the leader, but usually that's the case. And when it's not, your leader who's not the best player turns out to be somebody like Draymond Green,
Yep.
who's also going to lose you some games, but with his fucking crazy ass attitude.
I'll always like Kevin Durant because when Twitter was actually Twitter back in 2011.
He had a burner account talking shit to people.
Not even that,
everywhere.
but he would tweet with his actual name that he would drink Scarlett Johansson's bathwater. I'll always have respect for that.
Yeah.
That's fair, I will.
Cheers to you. Cheers for you for that. All right, kids. We're going to let you get out of here because these games kick off here very shortly. Going to drop all these bets in Drinkin Bros Sports. I might go 500 on this fucking Denver game here. So go to Drinkin Bros Sports on Facebook, and I will drop that bet here in about 5 minutes. But we'll let you get to it. Again, games kick off in 20 minutes. Appreciate you tuning in. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For D'Anthony and Anthony, Hollaway, Delco, Dan, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning Recap. Good morning, everyone.